comments is certainly sage advice, but every now and then you see one with just the biggest jerk face.
That's when you go to their
How do you
find them?
This is the way I imagine someone who does that, and this is one of the few times I'll be serious here. A person who really loves a thing is less inclined to sit down and spend time going, this is really awesome, and I just wanted to say thank you for making a thing that I love. Thanks for being awesome. Because people tend to reflect to the world the way they feel about themselves. And they tend to see reflected in their entertainment and people that they either not necessarily admire, but are in a place to look up to, that they see in them, they see the things they like about themselves, and they see the places where they feel they're falling short. As a general, like just psychological rule, when someone is an on the internet like that, it's because they're sad, they're frustrated, they're lonely, they're unhappy. And when I see something like that, when it's directed at me, my general reaction is to say, I really hope you feel better now. And I sometimes do that, or sometimes if someone's really stupid, I love it when someone yells at me about grammar but uses the incorrect form of gore. Really common thing, right? Or when somebody is a giant to one of my friends, then I sort of come in and set them on fire.
I wish you did it literally.
But working on it. See, if you weren't in the box. But really, I mean, honestly, what you have to just think about, like, a lot of those comments come from 14, 15-year-old boys or adults who have never matured past that way. And they're at a point in their life where the world is weird and scary and they're frustrated and they're awkward and they don't fit in a place and they're just angry. And they don't even know why they're angry. So they see a person doing something awesome and they're like, why can't I be awesome? F you for being awesome. And that's what they do. And honestly, the best thing to do is downvote the comment, don't reply to it. If you're a moderator, delete it, and then go on with your life. It's just too easy to get hung up in that sarlacc pit of hate.
I try to avoid it. There have been a couple videos I've made.
You do not.
I do. I got really depressed a couple weeks ago because of a certain video that people started calling me not a gamer. And I don't care. You can call me a dog. You can say you won't have sex with me. That's fine. You probably won't. I don't mind that.
Probably wrong.
But if you start talking to me about like you're not a gamer, you're fake, like that's when I get pissed off, because then you don't know jack about me, dude. But I inevitably, when I get the ugliest comments, I click on their profile and I'm like, oh, this guy doesn't make anything. So like it's a dude who doesn't make anything, and they don't know what it's like to be vulnerable and create. But at the end of the day, if you don't create and if you're not vulnerable, then you're just a drone in a sense. You're not really sharing what's special about yourself. Because I always like to say, if I told everybody to write a paragraph about a cat, every single paragraph would be different. And that's what's beautiful about us. We're all different. And the fact we have the opportunity to share that is gonna make us vulnerable and invite people to hate on us. But at the end of the day, we shared something. And if you think about anybody you've ever admired in history, and think about them getting YouTube comments like that. Thank God they didn't stop. So just don't stop. That's all I have to say.
A couple tricks that I have used, because I agree with everything that both these guys said about folks, but sometimes you just get sucked in and you can't help, and what are you going to do because you want to fight that hate that you're feeling? And first, read it without all the charged words. Just edit it. Take out all of the "you failed to mention" and in your idiotic reply, and see what they're really saying. There might be something valuable, and respond to that. And say, oh, that's a really good point. And what's amazing is when you respond, all of a sudden you become a real human being. And they respond, oh, I'm sorry, my first response was kind of jerky, but you totally turn the tables. If you take all that stuff out and there's nothing left, then there's nothing left. And if you just can't stop, one trick I gave Veronica a long time ago is write your response and then delete it. And that just gets it out of your head. But don't send it. Just ignore them. They'll go away.
I send it too often.
should have known for the vlog. Okay, any 5 items on
Actually, but you guys all have to pick them together right now.
oh, as a group. Okay,
If
well,
there's 5 of us, we should each pick one.
No.